Hey there, Russell traders. David here of TradingFibs.com to bring you the Russell recap for June 27, 2013. As always, please seek financial advisement when trading with your money, as these videos are for educational purposes only to support your knowledge in the market and see what's going through my head on any given trading day. Always please make sure you have a solid trading plan and never move your stop when placing a trade. Well, getting right into today's action on the four major indices using the 25-minute open range as a discipline. ESYMNQ, for those of you who are range traders, might have fared well today. It is the Russell that popped above the 25-minute open range and never looked back. Supporting this move were the market internals. Market internals pretty much remaining above the zero line, more green on the red triangles. Trend staying above 1, no overbought or oversold position, and the AD line really just chopping it up sideways. So today was really a grind. Market breadth slowly increasing throughout the day, but AD line was just sideways action throughout the remainder of the day. Taking a look at volume, as we could see, the nothing extravagant as the last couple days from last week. Market volume has been slightly above average, but to the low side, having a nice jump up here today. We haven't filled that open gap yet. We're taking a look here at 981, around 981.4. Open gap below, never filled. Some would say the zone was filled, but I'm looking for a closing price at 936.4. Jumping right into the charts. Taking a look at our daily pivots, support and resistance. We had a little bit of a hesitation over here. Never came down to the gap or the daily pivot. Price action starting above R1 for the day was a clear signal that we were never looking back. Price action holding pretty much here above R2 before the push up. So once action was above the 25-minute open range, above this daily R1, we had some nice uplift for the remainder of the trading day. Looking at the 1 hour open range, 970.6 to 966. Price action chopping up a little bit here sideways between the 30-minute R2 and the 1 hour open range high, halting over here at the R3 and then breaking to the upside, tapping the S3 and then remaining above. So here we have a line 972.3, which is the 30-minute R2. We have our daily R2 here as well, and then coming up on my cam, if you look at the Camarilla pivots with an open above the daily R1 and an open above the H4, you can see that this was all momentum drive. So using these three indicators, these three support, resistance, and pivots, manage your trade. Today was almost as simple as entering on the crossover EMA for those overnight traders. Had a nice trend up, coming back a little bit down, chopping up inside the action, inside the 25-minute open range. But for the remainder of the trading session, really just stayed above the EMA all day. A nice sweet trade right there, right? Depending on your entry, whether you entered here at the morning session or you got in above the 25-minute open range. Discipline and patience. A little bit of chop sideways here. Could have taken some contracts off here and just let it ride throughout the day. 5 above 334 EMA. And then pairing that up with the 4 EMA, as you can see, the morning trade here. 5 above the 1321 and 80 kept you in the trade. You might have taken some contracts off here, but 5 never crossed under the 21 moving average, and for the most part of the day stayed up above until the late afternoon session with about 1 hour to go. So here we have our 25-minute open range. Indicators I was looking at or support, key other lines besides daily support and resistance lines. Breaking above the 25-minute open range here. I had the monthly pivot, weekly pivot inside the range, finding support here at the fib line, all within the first 45 minutes of the market open. Once above the monthly pivot, it was all go in coordination with here, EMA, crossover, staying above, and price action remaining above the 25-minute open range for the remainder of the day. Nice black hole here on the Russell today. Not much resistance to the upside. Open daily gap up above at 981.5. And using a Fibonacci target line from the market crossover over here, drawing a fib target, as we can see, 972.5, again lining up with the daily resistance lines and the 30-minute resistance lines as well, showing some resistance here. So multiple resistance lines here, little consolidation, and then eventually the breakout to the upside to fib target 2, 1 tick shy, 978.1. So not a bad day if you'd taken the entry anywhere on the crossover, or if you just remained on EMA crossover, waiting for break open above several key lines here, taking off targets at 972.5, and then if you had gotten out of the contract at this point, you could have gotten back in on the breakaway of the 50% target line and ride it up all the way to fib target 2. Not exactly a Hall of Fame day, but very slow grind throughout the day. Volume just about average, slightly above. Made for a slow momentum move, but staying in the trade with discipline and crossover and above 25-minute open range worked best today on the Russell versus any of the other indices. So that concludes today's Russell wrap. Feel free to stop by at tradingfibs.com or any of my social media outlets to obtain more information. My trading mantra of know one thing, know it well, rings true for all the markets. Whether you trade the ES or Apple, YM, or NQ, TF doing the best job today for above the 25-minute range. My plan will keep you disciplined. You can find me every day on Twitter at Trading Fibs. And as always, I leave the crystal ball to the experts. I only trade the charts in front of me. Have yourself a Blue Zone day.